Welcome to Salaam Nerds Podcast. We do reviews and recaps of your favorite TV shows, movies, and current events.
Yo, it's the Salaam Nerds. My name is Dean, a.k.a. Watson Dean. I'm here, my boy, Chad.
We drop live episodes on YouTube on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you to all our supporters. Please help us by subscribing and leaving a good review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All episodes can also be found everywhere podcasts are found.
Yo, Salaam Nerds. It's your boy Neebs, a.k.a. Watchman Neebs. I'm not here with my co-host Jet, a.k.a. DJ Berea Taco.
Why does it say The Bachelorette canceled?
All right, Jazz, we're going to get straight into it. We are having an emergency episode because today we need to discuss what news dropped on Thursday. So I am going to Dallas for Eid to visit my family. And all of a sudden, I get an email from April saying, hey, the Bachelor is canceled. What are we going to do? And I'm like, yeah, of course. People are always getting canceled. What does she do now? And then I went online and turns out she doesn't mean that like the show is canceled as in like, oh, like someone is canceled, someone did something wrong, so people aren't supporting them. No, they actually canceled the season this year.
What?
Yeah, this is insane. So this woman, so this year, you know how in The Bachelor, by the way, welcome back, April, to the show. I forgot to welcome back, April. There's so much going on that like I forget it.
I'm so confused. Yes.
April, how have you been doing?
I have been doing so much better compared to 2025.
Good.
I just started a new job and I'm getting married in May, so I've been busy with that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm not on the socials anymore, and my mental health has just gotten so much better since that choice. So there you go.
Tell you, like my wife back when she was my fiance, she was like getting on the socials because she doesn't have social media, but she was like, let me get on it because I need to know like who does good hair and makeup, who does good henna. So she's trying to figure that out. She was on the apps for like, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks. The first week she would see like cute wedding videos and she would see like cute couples, and then slowly she would see videos about like, oh, everything is perfect, we have the greatest relationship, and then it'd be like, and then he turned out to be something else. And then she started going through like all of like this rabbit hole of like these toxic relationships and like domestic violence that she had like a little bit of a breakdown. She was like, this app is like making me like freak out, because she was like, you know, it's showing me like all these relationships happen to like people who are married to guys that were perfect. So she's like, if it could happen to them, it could happen to anybody. So she was freaking out. So like the way the social media kind of like burrs into your brain is really scary.
Mm-hmm. It's rage baiting. I know that there's a lot of serious things happening in the world right now that of course we do need to consider, but just the constant thread of toxicity and it's continuous junk food, I feel like.
Yeah.
Kind of like reality television.
I know, exactly. So Jazz, so since we're talking about domestic, we want to say that this episode may have a trigger warning. So we're going to be talking about domestic violence in this episode. So what happened? This is really interesting, Jazz, because when the show started, you know how The Bachelor always has like, oh, the Bachelorette is somebody who was in the final four for the last season of The Bachelor, right? That's how they picked a new person. So like this continuous like thing where it's like a feeder show. So The Bachelorette will give you an idea of who's going to be the next Bachelor. The next Bachelor is going to give you an idea of who could be the next Bachelorette. And then we would have Bachelor in Paradise. People would be everywhere trying to get some more airtime. And then people would pick them to be the next Bachelor, Bachelorette. These are the only ways that you can become a Bachelor. This year, they decided to pick somebody completely off the show, somebody who's not on the show at all. And that was Taylor Frankie Hall. Is that her name?
Yes.
All right. So she was one of the women from the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Remember that show that came out about the Mormon?
Yeah, it was in Utah.
Yeah, in Utah. So that show came out. It went on for 4 seasons, and basically they were like, hey, surprise, she's going to be the next Bachelorette. and they spent so much money promoting this season that it's going to be like the big season ever. She's going to be like, so I think what's happening is the Bachelor ratings were slowly going down, and the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives ratings were slowly going up. And they're like, hey, this is a great way to kind of synergize because they both belong to the same TV show. They both belong to ABC. They both belong to Disney. So they're like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to basically do a little bit of synergy and get the most out of both of these shows. Because if this girl from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives goes on The Bachelor, we're going to get all those viewers to come on here, and vice versa when she goes back to her reality show, right? So it's kind of like, oh, business-wise, this makes a lot of sense.
Hang on.
Sure.
Is she married?
So the thing, she's got a bunch of baby daddies. She has a bunch of exes, but she was not married when they were actually going to film the show. There are rumors that she was still hooking up with one of her ex, like weeks before she left for The Bachelorette.
So wait. She was married on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
So when the show Secret Lives of Mormon Wives first started, she was seeing this guy named Dakota.
Okay.
And at the end of the first episode, and we're going to touch on this part again later, probably many times. At the end of the first episode, she's being arrested for a DV incident.
Right.
She's being arrested.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they knew about this for 3 years or 4 years.
Okay. So
And
she assaulted her boyfriend?
Husband. Her ex, yeah. I don't know what he was
Dakota.
at the time, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Baby
And
daddy.
throughout the seasons, I stopped watching the middle of season 2, but essentially throughout the Mormon Wives show is that she continually goes back to Dakota. He continually goes back to her. Oh, I'm a changed man. Da, 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 da. I'll stop sleeping with everybody around me. And they get back together, and then it just explodes, and then they part ways, and then they rejoin, and it's not a good time to be had.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the beginning of season 1, they actually show the domestic violence, like the body cam footage from the cops. So they know that she had this domestic violence like thing on her record for a long time, and they picked her to be the Bachelorette anyways. Well, somebody this week leaked the footage of the domestic violence, not the body cam from the cop, but the actual domestic violence that happened.
How? Like,
Because the guy was videotaping it while it was happening, but she was kicking him, punching him, and throwing chairs at him while he was filming it.
okay, so Dakota leaked it, or did
So
he?
chances are he leaked it, like to be
Okay.
vengeful, and like because it was timed perfectly, because like 3 days before the show is set to air, they drop it at TMZ.
Wow. Okay.
But here's the thing, though, like the footage is really bad, Jazz. Like it's bad. So she throws a chair and hits her kid.
Oh no! Whoa!
Yeah, by accident.
Mhm. Like it ricocheted off of Dakota and hit her. I think she was like 5-year-old daughter at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when ABC saw the footage, they're like, "No, we're canceling."
Yeah. Okay. So the show is not on?
It was supposed to be on tonight, Jazz. It was supposed to be on tonight, and it is off. They're pulling billboards down. They're removing any reference into on their social medias. They're trying to undo this, and people are like in the comments, be like, release the Taylor files, like release the episode still, put it on, like, drop them all at once or do something. And some people are like, no, it should be gone. We shouldn't be promoting someone like this.
Right. Like, why would we give anybody an audience like this? But dear
Yeah.
God, is the kid okay? Like,
I mean, it was 4 years ago, so yeah, I guess, but I don't know. But it's bad.
yeah, I have like
family.
more questions now than I have answers, honestly.
You and the rest of us.
Yeah.
People are like, for me, the interesting part is the financials, because I'm like, okay, they spent a lot of money on marketing. They filmed everything. The ending happened. They're probably like in the middle of like editing half the episode. They spent a lot of money on the show, and they're just like, cancel it. That's going to be a huge hit to Disney. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, well, no, because these shows have insurance baked into their books,
Right.
and they also can write off shows that don't air. If technically it never aired, they can write it off, like Warner Brothers did with Batgirl, right?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, if they aired like 1 or 2 episodes, they would not be able to do this. They would have to either cancel it and take the loss or continue to drop the episode. Because they were able to have this happen before the first episode drop, they can actually write it off and take it off as a loss. Right?
Not
Jess?
completely, but yes, close enough.
Close. Well, I'm sure like more than people are saying in terms of like they're losing. So it's one of those
If
things.
I know ABC, they are a corporation. The corporate tax rate is 21%. Therefore, whatever they spent on this, let's say $1 million, they're going to get about $210,000 back.
That's
Well, sorry, they're going to save $210,000 on their taxes that they owe for their profit. It's not like they fully
that's
write
not
it
a
off.
lot.
Right, but that's assuming $1
The
million.
show would have made way more than that.
Right. Well, it's not what the show made. It's what they spent, right? If they spent like, 100 million, then you're looking in the range of like $21 million they get to write off. Well,
Okay.
they write
Now
off 100
we-
million, but they save 21 million in taxes with that write-off.
Okay. So according to what you're saying, I don't. I take it back. I think they're still taking it at a huge loss. Then.
I mean, the insurance would cover the rest if they had an insurance policy on this.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
They got out of there. Yeah, that's what covers that.
After COVID, there's a lot of insurance in a lot of these projects and stuff like that.
Right.
So that the insurance may cover more than the actual write-off on
Correct. Yeah.
But I think that, and the thing is that Disney has a new boss just like 2-3 days ago. So the first thing this guy has to do is figure out who the hell is Taylor Frankie Paul. I don't know. There's no way this guy who's the CEO of Disney now knows who's like this person is. And he has to go and like figure out who the one Mormon person is and why we have to cancel this show.
Bob Iger is out?
Somebody's out. They're like, it's a new person.
Yeah. Bob Iger is out.
Huh.
He's like, he knows her now. Brown Boy Wonder is like, he knows
Josh
her
tomorrow. Okay.
So Brown Boy Wonder is in the comments right now. He's saying people are saying it's a work. I don't think it is. So a work is a wrestling term where people are like, hey, they're acting like they're removing it just so they can drop it later and build up hype for it. That would be, if that is a work, that would be insane. I don't see a reality TV show doing something like that, but it's possible.
I mean, that's the thing in showbiz. There's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they generate the hype. People are going to watch it now because they really want to see what happened. But then there's the other crowd who's going to be like, don't watch, just boycott it, which is going to spread the fire even further.
Yeah.
Like, there's no bad publicity here. I can see that being a thing.
I mean, there's people that are saying, hey, we have a person who has done domestic violence and has probably done some pedo stuff, and he's the president of the United States. So, like, why is the Bachelorette being held to a higher standard than the president of the USA?
Correct. So, it might be a work.
It might be a work. I don't know. It is quite strange, but it's really funny because, as all things that happen in Bachelor world, the memes are on fire.
Naturally, yes.
And like the memes mostly about the men on the show is what I'm referring to, because everyone's like, all these men, some of them quit their jobs or took off for 2 months to do this, and right before it airs, it's canceled. Imagine like putting your life on hold and doing this show just for you to get absolutely nothing out of it.
Well, that sounds familiar. I'm working on a project. Been working on it for like months. Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to suck if it doesn't pan out.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's very, very interesting. April, what are your thoughts about this whole thing?
Oh, I mean, there's still so many details we have yet to go over, but I think that if it is a work, that Disney and ABC and Hulu need to promise to donate as much, if all the profits, to like DV charities.
Yeah, I guess that's the only way they could probably even do something like that. Is it would be to donate some kind of donation. But the thing is, like, it's not like they didn't know. It's like now we know is the difference. Like the thing is, so I was on a show that was owned by ABC, Disney, and on Hulu. So I gotta say I'm in the same realm as these people. No, I'm just kidding. But I do know the kind of background checks they do. I do know that it is very extensive. But you can still hide stuff. But you can't hide stuff that's not like public, like where like if something is a domestic violence case, something is public record, you can find that. You can't find like, oh, this person did something to somebody and you don't find out about it, right? Like but if it's some kind of, you know, public record as this was, like they could have found out. They could have known. They could have read the report. Like they didn't need to see the video. If someone says she threw a chair and it hit her kid, like that's really all you need to know. Like you don't need to see the video.
Well, that, but also it's the end of the first episode where she's arrested for this first instance and she pled guilty to the charges. And so one part of this is that her probation was up in August of this year.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks ago, there was another DV incident between her and Dakota.
No way.
And I read, and again, grain of salt, TMZ, not the greatest resource. But apparently, like, a necklace was used to choke Dakota out by Taylor.
That's crazy. I mean, based on the video I saw, I'm not super surprised. But here's the thing, right? For the people that are like super shocked about this, like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, you knew all this going in. Like, people were like, when she was announced, I was so confused. I wasn't even sure we were going to cover it. And I was just like, what is going on here? And then I was like, maybe I misunderstood something. Maybe it wasn't that bad. But the thing is, like, the people that are so like clutching their pearls, I'm like, no, you guys kind of knew this. This is who this person was.
But if they knew, then wouldn't the insurance not pay out?
I don't know. I don't know how
like
that works.
Insurance is like usually for something you can't control, right? But like, if she was on this show, clearly they would have known, right?
The insurance company could make a claim that like, hey, you knew this, and because of that, we're not going to cover, because the only thing that came out was the video. The court case and everything was already like years ago.
Right.
And
so I'm confused.
And she pled guilty. So like April said, like, what the hell?
Like, I'm just trying to wrap my brain around who and why. Like,
somebody is getting fired because this was a bad choice.
This is something else. My gut is saying this is something deeper. This is not simple, like somebody just dropped the ball. Like, there's no way this happens.
I don't know. I mean, the most logical and simple answer is that her and Dakota were still having issues because for 4 years, on again, off again, this is happening. So it's not a surprise. They're still hooking up prior to her going on the show. And here's the thing, right? When I was going on the show, like I had to like not talk to anybody, date anybody, but it took a while. Like they were like, it took like, I think they contacted me in the summer and I didn't start shooting till December. So like, that's a long time to like not date anyone or see anybody for a show that might happen, right? They could have changed their mind and said, hey, we're not going with Taylor. So she was still messing around with this guy, knowing that she was going to go on this show, which is also really, really bad. And I think that was going to be played into the show.
Yeah,
That's the
I'm
thing.
just
Like it was going to be a messy show to begin with. I think.
yeah, like
Also,
this.
it was a new direction, like new production crew, new. There was a lot of new stuff that was happening with this season.
Yeah, like if this was this much change at Disney, now I'm also concerned. Like, are there other projects that have the same issue? Like, are they not screening people like across all of their portfolio? Like,
So here's how the screening works. So like when I was on Muslim Matchmaker, they contacted me and they asked me for all my socials. I gave
right,
them all my socials. Then I had to make my socials public. I had to make all my socials public, and I have to make all my likes public. All the like, you know how like it shows what comments you like. You have to make those public too. You have to make your follower accounts public. You have to make all that public, and then this marketing company comes in and they use AI or they use whatever to go through all of your stuff for problematic stuff. Right? So that's how they check your socials. But like they can't check who you are as a person. If you don't have a social media footprint and you are someone that like abused someone like a girlfriend or an ex-wife, and that's not on any public record, there's no way for the show to verify that. In fact, that happened on our show. Right? Because they're not asking people's friends and family about this guy. They're looking at paper trails and social media trails. That's it. So that's it. So there's no way to like know something like this happened just from word of mouth or knowing friends of people. Like they're not going around asking your friends information about you. They're looking for paper trails that are like, restraining orders or court cases or, divorce, cases or, police records and social media stuff. That's all they look at. That's all they can do.
no, I have a new idea.
What?
You were saying the Bachelorette's ratings have been going down for how many years?
Couple of years now, yeah.
Couple of years.
Ever since Hannah Brown. I think it peaked at Hannah Brown and it's been slowly declining ever since.
Okay. Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
What if ABC wanted to pull out of the Bachelor franchise completely?
That would not. I don't know why they would want to do that, but I feel like if they want to do that, now is the perfect time to do that.
I'm saying this was planned.
But like, why? Why would someone want to do that? Why would someone want to tank a franchise? It was their cash cow.
Was it a cash cow though?
It was. Even though it was tanking, it was still far outdoing other reality shows. Like the only ones that it was competing with was Love is Blind and Traitors and Love Island. Like this was still in the top 4. So even if it was trailing, it's in the top 4 and it's the only one on network television. The rest were all on the streaming services.
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Hmm.
They are moving the Bachelorette to to Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to implode it on live TV because it may not have been as profitable on live TV versus giving that slot to something else. Is there something replacing the time slot right now? Like
they have nothing. They don't have anything to replace it. I don't know what's replacing it.
What are they playing right now then? Like if it was supposed to be airing today.
Somebody go on ABC right now and find out what they're playing. What?
Right. Like hear me out then. Like if they have something already like lined up for this, then like I'm thinking they're gonna try and milk this on like Hulu or something, right? Just online only.
Yeah.
Right. They're gonna permanently move it over to an online thing if it's not making enough money on network TV. Yeah. And then they're gonna replace the network TV slot with something way more profitable.
I mean, the chance they would do that, but the thing is, like, whoever owns Hulu also owns ABC, who also owns Disney. So, like, you're just, even if they try to do that, they're robbing from, John.
No, but then they can make the argument that, hey, we're not promoting this. People have to search and look for it to find it. If it's online.
there's the possibility, but I don't know. But I don't know if the show can survive this, because number one, yeah, the ratings have been going down, but number two, this was a show that like they were that depends on the other shows to survive. Like the Bachelorette needs the Bachelor, and Bachelor needs the Bachelorette, and they need Bachelor in Paradise to kind of survive, because that's where you get all the new characters from, right? It's this like cycle. So they were gonna leave the cycle, bring in a big star, and then start the cycle over again. But the only way they can do this now is that if they have a brand new star for The Bachelor, like they find a celebrity guy that people really like and they have him on there, and he would have to be squeaky clean and no issues. That's the only way to save the show. I think the show is dead. I don't know if it's going to survive this.
Okay, yeah, I mean, wait,
I don't think someone was purposely sabotage this, unless it was the guy who created it and he wanted to kill it because he got kicked out of his own show.
no, but then that wouldn't explain why Disney let it go through, or ABC, right? They still knew about the domestic violence. I think they were doing this to do one of two things: bet big on a controversy and make a lot of money on it,
Yeah.
or if the alternative was it got out and it tanked, they can kill this off, move it to like streaming only, where they can make more money on it, and then replace it with something more profitable. And in the end, people will get paid.
Someone said bring George Lopez back on that time slot. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I would love to see George Lopez, honestly.
I don't know about that. Bring Scrubs back onto that time slot. Give Scrubs the time slot. Also, the show didn't even have a great time slot. It was on Sunday. They already moved the time slot. The show was on prime time Monday, 9 p.m. prime time. Now it got moved to Sunday. Who watches Sunday late night TV?
Exactly. I think the advertisers are pulling out,
Yeah.
and they're just not making enough money on this to justify it being on that time slot, and they can probably replace it with something better.
I don't think they have anything better, one, and I don't think that time slot was that great to begin with. I think they were already struggling.
I think they're going to find something that they can put in on a Sunday time slot
I
in like
mean,
the next couple of weeks, and they're going to pretend like for the first 2 or 3 weeks they had no idea about this, and they're scrambling to find a replacement, but they have something in the chamber ready to go.
I mean, they always have something in the chamber ready to go, I think.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a reality show or what, but I think it's just a petty incident between the husband, and then he did this to get back at her. It's a Sherlock Holmes thing, right? The most logical answer is usually the most simple.
Okay, but that timing is a little too specific.
I mean, would it like okay? Say like you do not like somebody,
Right.
you
I think
waited.
ABC is manipulating it. I'm
No,
full.
like-
I'm full of conspiracy
no,
theories here.
No. Go back. Like, say you were the person who does not like this girl Taylor. You would drop this when it could hurt her the most, and that is 2-3 days right before her show.
And Dakota has a pattern of doing this, allegedly, according to Taylor, is that every premiere for the Mormon Wives show, like, he would drop something like this.
Yeah, but then why wouldn't he have dropped this before to hurt her back then?
That's what I'm saying. You have to do it when it's at peak. Like, it's going to get the most.
But how do you know this is peak?
Yes, right now you could see that it's peak. Look at
No, I see it now.
Everyone's talking about it.
Hang on. How would Dakota in the past know that this would have been the peak moment to do it? Like 2-3 years ago, how would he have known she was going to be the Bachelorette and this was the peak moment to do it?
Because they already filmed it. He knew she was going to be the Bachelor. Like, it's already been filmed, yes.
No, I'm saying
The whole-
like this incident happened years ago, right? He had the video years ago.
Yeah. And he
Right?
held on to it till just now.
Yeah, that is what's making me question this so much. Because if I was going to be vengeful and angry, I would have released that as soon as I could to tank her career earlier.
No, but like even then she said in her thing that like he constantly is jealous of her trying to move on. So every time she tries to move on, he pulls something like this. And then since she was successful and maybe got a match after the Bachelorette, he's probably that vengeful, and that's why he did it. Cause he's
Was
jealous.
she not on more seasons of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
She was just on 4 seasons. and he was on
Yeah.
it too. So he was on the show also.
Oh, okay.
The entire fourth season is about how she would make actually, Jazz. Okay, so there is a part of what you said that I would kind of go with, because to back you up, now that you've said that, there is something that made me think there's a possibility you may be on something, because someone told me that the fourth season of Real House, no, not Real House, the fourth season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, all they did was talk about how she is a horrible choice for the Bachelorette and how she shouldn't be on it, and that's what the fourth season was about. So like, why would ABC have a show talking about how she shouldn't go on their other show?
Mm-hmm.
So you're not 100% off there.
I'm thinking, I'm going full conspiracy theory here. ABC probably had this video earlier, and Dakota probably sent it to ABC to tank her, and probably said, "Hey, we're gonna, or I'm gonna make this go live and tank your show, just to hurt her and everything else." And ABC's probably just bought it off of him and said, "Hey, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna release it when we need it to be released." And boom, they released it.
Okay, so
they leaked it to TMZ.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? The only way your conspiracy would work was that ABC's plan this whole time was to make this season a complete and utter shit show, and they had planned to already give her a villain edit of her own show, because that would explain why they set her up to be a horrible Bachelorette on the fourth season of her Secret Lives show, and then the actual show they edit to make her look even worse, and then they drop this, and then they say, hey, so many people are clamoring for us to drop the episode anyway, let's just throw in a hotline for domestic violence after every episode, throw in a little charity, and drop the entire season.
Yeah, and put it on Hulu behind a paywall, not public TV.
That would actually make them money. If we were to go full conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And then that's exactly what we were talking about, how it's a work. So maybe it is a work. April, what are your thoughts?
I'm going full conspiracy theory on this one.
I went from telling Jazz you're crazy to being like, Jazz, we're crazy.
No, I think it's very feasible what Jazz is saying. And plus, the other, I was going to say, I'm going to throw a wrench into all this, but it's like, maybe this actually kind of helps Jazz's conspiracy theory become more credible. Is, do you remember how the last Bachelorette season ended?
Actually, I don't. It's been so long. Who even was the last Bachelorette?
When was the last Bachelorette? I feel like we haven't done this in like 2 years.
Right. So Jen, and how it was Devin, the Pete Davidson lookalike.
Yeah.
And how it came out that he had a huge DV record, and that he just went on the show for fame. He ended up being the winner, and then as soon as filming was done, he dropped Jen. And then when the live finale was airing, they made Jen watch the proposal, even though it was revealed, okay, so you're not together anymore, but let's watch the proposal and relive some happy memories. Okay. And Jen's like, do I have a choice?
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot all about that. I blocked that out of my memory.
So the other part from that season is that so many of the executive producers, got canned. Yeah, that's devious. Yeah. And so the person who took over the executive producer helm, I think, is Scott Teddy, who made Flavor of Love.
Oh, yeah.
Which is very trashy reality TV. And so I don't know if people were jumping ship. I don't know if this adds more credibility to Jazz's conspiracy theory. I just find it very strange and odd how we ended the last Bachelorette season with a person with a DV record.
Yeah.
And then they make the lead someone with a DV record.
That's crazy.
Who, quite frankly, at this point, she should go to jail because she violated her probation. She's
True.
I think, well, I don't like him either. Dakota has temporary custody over their kid.
Yeah,
I
she
don't-
lost custody of her kid temporarily.
Yeah, I don't know about the other two kids, but it's a mess.
It is a mess. Someone says, "Who's in charge of Disney HR?" I do not want to be the person at Disney right now. They're probably like, "Oh my god."
I don't know. Either they have the hardest job in the world right now or the easiest because they just don't seem to care.
Jazz is so confused right now.
He's
Jazz
like,
is
No,
I can see the wheels
thinking-
are turning.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure this out. Like I'm like about to do a deep dive on like every single producer, showrunner, whoever made decisions. Like
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out like, oh, there's
it's really fun. Here's the thing, though. It's really funny. They're really playing up this. It's oh my god. It almost feels like a work because I was on Taylor Frankie Paul's Instagram today, and basically the Bachelor Instagram account actually showed people taking off the billboard, and she reposted it. Isn't that a weird thing to do? It's like they're almost promoting the unpromotion.
Yeah.
That's kind of diabolical. Like, why is she posting a video of ABC posting a video, what you want to call it, of them tearing down the poster in LA of a billboard that she's the Bachelorette. Also, I've seen posters stay on for like you pay for the whole poster. People just leave it on. Why are they removing a poster? You have to pay extra to get it removed. I've seen people like leave it on for like much longer because it's just like you paid for the 3 months for it to be on, and it'll be on. That's actually really weird. Like, and if you're going through this like really like traumatic experience, why are you online and reposting the most horrible experience that you're having? Like, that's just weird to me. And she's also sharing text messages of all her friends reaching out to her and saying, "Are you okay? I'm checking in. How are you doing?" She's grabbing all these comments that people are sending her and basically reposting them, and then reposting like her life and how messed up it is and how she's going through depression over this. And like, that does sound like a work.
Mhm.
I'm looking at all of like the people. So there's Mike Fleiss, the original creator, left in
Yeah,
2023.
he's been actually removed from the show for years now.
Right. There's an angle for him to possibly, sabotage
Take back the show.
Right.
Have the show tank and take it back. Yeah.
Who are the current showrunners? I'm seeing Claire Freeland and Bennett Grabner.
I don't know who they are.
I think they were canned at the end of Jen's season. Maybe. I could be making that up.
Yeah, okay. Scott
Get her
Kelly,
on the
the new
pod.
guy holding the bag.
You should get Taylor Frankie Pod on.
You know who had a lot of opinions on this? Pradeep. Pradeep was all up in everyone's comments talking about this, and I'm curious if we could get him back on the show and have him.
Yeah.
He might have some inside
He
tea.
might have some insight.
Especially since he never went on Paradise like we thought he would.
Yeah.
Jason Ehrlich, the veteran who bailed early. He was there for 20 years. He left in 2024 after overseeing the first season of The Golden Bachelor. He left. Alex Cooper, the announcement mechanism. This
Chris
is gonna be great
Harrison.
for ratings.
Yes, Chris Harrison is another person who had incentive for this to death. He's the person who had that racism scandal, and they removed the host and added a new host.
This is, yeah, dude, I'm like going deep into this.
What if they want the show to implode so they can buy the show back? Mike Fleiss buys the show back, brings back Chris Harrison, and they return to form, and they're like, screw this DEI stuff. We're gonna give you white meat, baby face, white people, and their Southern craziness, and we're just gonna go back to the old school ways, and we're gonna be ratchet as hell. Oh my god, that's the crazy conspiracy.
Ooh. Here's another one. Emmanuel Acho. He temporarily hosted The Bachelor's after the final rose special.
Yeah.
He went on record immediately after cancellation with the most damning statement from anyone inside the franchise. The franchise knew everything you need to know about this woman, and they turned a blind eye, and that is what to me is disgusting. Gave him a full booklet briefing on every detail about the lead, along with DVDs of packages for every star. They knew everything. Oh my god. Warner Brothers, of course. They flagged it, but then in their contract, they're guaranteed payment for the whole thing no matter what.
Yes.
So,
Warner Brothers unscripted is guaranteed payment regardless. They have to be paid.
yeah, they knew this. Everybody knew this. This happened. Okay, so Taylor was arrested, charged in February 2023, according to public records. Taylor pleads guilty, begins 3-year probation in August 2023. Right?
Mhm.
March 2025, the terrible showrunners were ousted. Teddy was installed. September 2025, Taylor announces Bachelorette via Call Her Daddy. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Call Her
that's a
Daddy, the podcast.
Got it. February 2026, new DV incident occurs. March 12th, Mormon Wives season 4 drops, shows Taylor spiraling.
Yeah.
ABC continues promoting. March 17th, Taylor does a press tour. March 19th, TMZ drops the video. ABC cancels same day. They knew this is 100% a work to make money on a streaming service and replace live public TV on ABC with something else.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
That'd be crazy. All right, I guess we started on one side of the spectrum, and now we're on the other side. This is turning into like Alex Jones conspiracy theory for The Bachelor right now.
They're making the freaking frogs gay.
InfoWars.
I can't deny the evidence.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, guys, this is it. This is the theory of Salaam nerds. We are predicting that this whole thing is a work. It is a conspiracy. We're gonna get some Aneeb Jones. Don't even try. Don't even try.
No.
I do feel like Charlie in Always Sunny, where he's like explaining to you how everything happened. But it is actually, this would actually be insane for it to happen that way. I think that the one that makes the most sense is Mike Blythe trying to take back the show.
I think it's just them trying to make more money off streaming services and bump the ratings on Disney Plus, Hulu.
That could be it too. Take it off network. But are we sure that like it pays more for a show to be on network on a streaming service than being on network television?
You would assume so.
I don't know. All right.
Wait. One more thing. Where is Mike Fleisch currently? Who's he associated with? What studio?
He's nothing. He was problematic. I think he did some controversial stuff, and he basically just like his name is on there because he created the show, and he probably gets some royalties off of it. But he's actually like has no control over the show. They took all control away from the show, so he does nothing now.
Okay, wait. Hang on. I have an idea now. What if?
What?
What?
Y'all.
You're killing me. Tell me.
Fucking LinkedIn. Don't make me log in. Mike Fleiss, director producer at Warner Brothers Studios.
Yeah.
What if? This brings back to your theory, Neves. What if they sabotage the show knowing all of this so Warner Bros. Can renegotiate a deal with ABC now that the thing is in free fall at a lower valuation?
Yeah.
And Mike Fleiss gets the show back. Yeah. I think that's what it is also now.
Right?
The fact that he's at Warner Brothers is just weird. I thought he was like independent or something. But no, he's at Warner Brothers.
He's at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Unscripted is the company that gets paid regardless of whether the show makes it on air or not.
Yeah.
Damn.
The theory gets deeper.
It gets deeper. All right, so the two things is that, hey, if they sell the show back to Mike Fleiss, then like you've heard it here first. If they pretend that the show is not going to drop and they drop it anyway, like that is also be like, oh, we weren't going to drop this episode, but since so many people want it, we're going to go ahead and drop it. But we're going to make a donation to blah blah. Like it makes sense.
See, if they do that, here's how the only way I won't believe this conspiracy now. If they drop the show online like a web series, then it's free for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll believe it was a mistake. But if they drop it behind a paywall like Hulu,
yeah,
I know they're trying to make money. And
For
then
sure.
Mike Fleiss and all them are just playing chess, trying to get control of the franchise, and that's what it is.
Or they can remove it from Hulu and drop it on Disney Plus only, because Hulu is something that's shared between Disney and another company. Disney and Fox like share Hulu, yet Disney Plus is strictly Disney.
They won't put it on Disney Plus, man. That image is way too squeaky clean for that.
No, Disney Plus has a portion of it that's like not squeaky clean, right?
I know
It's
they
like Disney-
do, but this level of
Isn't there
they
an
wouldn't
option?
furnish the Disney name for that.
Isn't there an option on Disney Plus called Hulu on Disney Plus, where it's like more?
And it's still Hulu.
It's still Hulu, but it's owned by the Disney portion of it. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm going too far into it.
Yeah, that's a little too far, even for my conspiracy brain.
Yeah, Disney as a brand wouldn't touch this. Disney
Yeah,
as a company would, though,
for sure.
under a different name, under just the Hulu name or the ABC name. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Or here's the craziest theory: they're gonna drop a new streaming service linked to all of them. It's gonna be reality TV and trash TV and the craziest things they don't want to associate with anything else.
Yeah, well, that's what you call it, HBO was doing, right? They were doing a tab in their HBO Max thing, strictly dedicated to reality TV. What if HBO Max wants to buy it
Oh
and
my
then
God.
give the reins back to Mike Fleiss, who works at HBO?
They could contract through Warner Bros. Studios. That could be a thing too.
Because number one, they're getting paid for this season regardless. Number one, they were the ones that were being helping produce it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone says if it's owned by Disney, does that make the Bachelorette a Disney princess?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no words.
All right. Well, listen, guys. Why don't you guys leave us a message? Let us know what you think. Drop it in the comments. Let us know what you think is going on, because we're getting closer and closer to this being a conspiracy. They're probably going to let this play out for a week and then drop, like, hey, some kind of news.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's been a wild ride, and we didn't even have the full season.
We didn't even have the full season, and like it's really interesting because people depend on this show for revenue. Like our podcast doesn't make any money because we're crap, but like other podcasts and stuff that do make money off the Bachelorette, they wait for the show to start so that they can promote their season of their own micro podcast, their companion show or whatever they have.
Game of Roses.
Yeah,
Poor
Game of
Reality
Roses,
Steve.
and like all these people depend on the Bachelor. They
It's
should have diversified their portfolios, man. They should have they branched out to other reality shows.
well, and even if they do drop the season at some point on the streaming service, she technically spoiled her own season.
Yeah, everybody knows who won.
Yeah,
Who won?
Spoiled it.
a guy who looks like Dakota.
Awkward. awkward.
Mm.
And people are like, oh, he would have just been another Jet because he's trying to promote his music.
Probably. Dang.
So that would have been a disappointment.
I
All
don't know.
these guys that were going to quit their job and become fitness and influencers are now going to have to go back to their real jobs.
Well, no, I'm also so frustrated of how much people are trying to protect Taylor in all of this.
Yeah, that
It's
whole
like-
yeah.
Oh,
Are they?
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
everyone's
trying to
upset.
yesify this.
Yeah, they were like, oh, she was the person who was actually being tormented and abused by this guy, which is probably partially right. And then they were like, we're just going to focus on protecting the family. We're just here to protect the family. From who?
Right. Sounds like they're all terrible except the kid. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's good. But guys, let us know what you think. April, any other thoughts before we go?
I mean, I have so many thoughts. It's mostly with the whole entire frustration of like, I'm all for like going to bat for women
Yeah.
when they've done nothing wrong. Like Taylor has done a lot of wrong these
Yeah.
last few years. And so has Dakota. They're both terrible people.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, like, I do feel like when the woman and the man are both equally terrible, the woman does get it worse. Like the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case.
Oh yeah.
I remember when that dropped, everyone was hating Amber Heard, and everyone was like, Johnny Depp is finally vindicated. Johnny Depp is amazing.
Mhm.
And then like then like you actually listen to what the court case said, and he was like, no, he did a lot of bad stuff too, guys.
Yeah, he did.
What's going on here?
Mhm.
So it's just a sad situation all around in terms of like what's happening in reality. But as far as what's happening in reality TV, it's mad suspicious. It's mad weird. It's mad
Mhm.
confusing.
Right. So those
sure
are just
is.
my thoughts, but you know.
All right. Well, Jazz, I know you got other stuff to do, but we had to pull you away from work to talk about this because this was crazy. And
Yeah, this was well worth it. I had no idea this. I was like, oh yeah, let's come on next week. Like, we'll pick up where we left off.
No, it's
Let's
done.
go next
We
week.
can't even do a Bachelor season this year. We're
Yeah.
done. Sorry, guys, no Bachelor season, but we'll try to find some other show. We'll do Love Island in June or something. But
Yeah, does this mean you don't need your residential white person anymore?
No, we always need you.
We
We'll
always-
find another show.
yeah,
What are some reality TV
Traders
shows
is a good
on?
one. We could probably do Traders. I don't know when that's coming through. What's another one? I don't know. We'll have to see.
We'll figure it out. I still enjoy Love is Blind, but
Yeah. Love is Blind is one we still gotta do. We kind of dropped the ball on this season, so let's see if we can try to get to that one. But that's all we got for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Jazz just saw something. He just gasped. What happened?
what
Alex Cooper. I saw his name earlier in my thing. Who's
what
Alex Cooper?
he's the CNN guy. No. That's Anderson Cooper. Never mind.
Okay,
Who's
Alex
Alex
Cooper.
Cooper?
He was the announcement person, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's Alex Cooper's Call Her Daddy podcast.
Uh-huh.
Alex Cooper owns that. Okay. Right?
Yes. I
Alex
think-
Cooper's the one who revealed it. He also has a company called Unwell Productions,
Mhm.
producing multiple Disney and Hulu properties, including the dating show Love Overboard,
Yeah.
which is slated to air immediately after the canceled Bachelorette time slot.
Ooh.
Oh, so they're just gonna move that episode forward.
I called it. They had something in the bag.
That's crazy. All right, guys. Well, someone said Daredevil is coming soon. Maybe they're gonna put Daredevil in the Bachelor slime spot.
We need to watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives now to get the rest of the story, because that's all going to be talked about there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So what you're saying is this is going to make the Secret Lives of Mormon Wife more explosive.
But
They don't talk about
here's-
the aftermath of all this.
But here's the thing. They halted filming on the Mormon Wives show too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, if they drop, if we lose that show, that would be that. But I think what they'll do is there's enough characters in that show to kind of reposition it to make somebody else the main lead of that show.
Oh yeah, they will.
All right, guys. This time we have to go. Thank you, guys. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alex Jazz. Not Alex Jazz.
April.
This Alex
Hello.
Cooper guy.
I am Alex Cooper.
April is Alice Cooper. Thank you guys for joining the show. Don't forget, we'll try to, if we get more news, we'll do a follow-up to this. Maybe if there's more news coming, but we'll see.
Yeah, just I'll try to keep an eye on what little social media I have access to anymore. So
Don't worry. I'll take care
All
of
right.
this.
We'll catch you guys later. And until next time, guys, Salaam, nerd.
Peace.
bye.